We could hear back on your device. I'm on your TV. I'm on your iPad. I'm on your computer. I am everywhere. You can't get rid of me. The current influx of Korean channels on YouTube talking about black people and this, I don't even know how to say it, obsession with black women. I'm so used to being over in my own lane. Black people, you agree with me in seeing Korean people talk about a certain blonde haired, blue eyed folk and loving them and hugging them and just wanting to be with them and be like them, and we only really get to step up to the podium when they want to talk about hip hop, rap, trying to dance like us, sing like us, talk like us, dress like us, and taking all of that and putting that in their culture to make money. And you know, there's something that we should be used to. It's a part of the black struggle. But more recently, there's 2 channels off the top of my head that specifically talk about black people. One is kind of fetishy and it's weird. They had a video where it was the black girls staring at another Korean guy and vice versa. That video was cute but very weird. Then we have this other guy who's under fire because he made a video disrespecting black women. He tried to sidestep, backstep. He does lives. He is a hot mess right now. And he's really the one that is bringing a spotlight on these channels now. Because I was subscribed to him. I was actually subscribed to both channels. And he seemed innocent enough at first. Then he started to act real strange. And I never watched his lives. I peeked in on one of his lives. And he started talking about this girl who was an English teacher in South Korea. And she likes to go to the club and says she dressed like a hooker. And he was saying that you need to abide by this country's way and all that. I'm like, there's Korean girls that go to the club that look like hookers. There's Korean girls that are up and down the streets in Itaewon that look like hookers. As long as those kids are getting the education that their parents are paying for and what they go to school for, none of that should matter. And why are you talking about this in your live again? Felt really weird about that. Then that video he made with his friend just being very disrespectful to black women. It was their opinion and they're allowed to say whatever they want to say. But for him to have a growing platform of black women and for him to put that video up and not think, will it be more detrimental? And will this hurt a lot of people? He put it up. There was backlash. He gonna turn off his comments. Black women have constantly told him on Instagram, this hurt me, bruh. This really made me feel bad. And he was dismissive. He would just tell him, get a life. All this other stuff. Instead of listening and saying, well, this is the reality I was trying to show you. You can still come to Korea, you know. I try to get together with people that will accept you for who you are and your beautiful melanin. No, he gets defensive. I noticed everyone that tried to step to him and talk to him and tell them how they felt. Now, I do see, and I do it as well, how black people sometimes we get hurt and we get real into it. But if we're like that, what you need to do is step back and say, why are they acting like that? And then be like, oh yeah, because the video was hurtful. I'm not even a black woman. And I watched that video. And I felt bad for the black girls that had to see that. I felt bad for the young queens that had to see that. And they were in the comments before he turned the comments off. Just saying, you know, like, I'm hurt. And he ignored all of that, but he claimed to like black women. And then the exchanges that he's had with one YouTuber who made a video about him. She was hurt. You can see that she was hurt. And, you know, she was very emotional. She was running on emotion. And very rightfully so. He, on the other hand, telling her shut the F up. Calling her all out of her name. There was other lives where people were trying to explain to him. And these were black women that were coming at him calmly. And he was telling them, you don't have the right to talk about my friends. But your friends sat up there and disrespected a whole group of women. Your friends were disrespectful first, and they knew that it was on camera, bruh. How is that okay? And then you're going to defend them and even excluded all the stuff they said about black women looking like whores. But for you to sit up there and say that you would not talk to someone because of their skin color, they might need help, they might be lost, and they might run across one of your friends. And he said, well, I'm just going to ignore them. That's wrong. You don't have to like us, but we want the same respect that we're giving your people. Don't disrespect us like that. That was the part that really hit me hard when I watched that video. Wow, like I was really taken back. Now he was saying that he was trying to show racism in Korea. We know about racism in Korea. We know about our own experience. We're black. We don't need you to pander to us to tell us nothing. Only thing we asked you to do is to educate your own people by adding Korean subtitles, by having discussions with your own people. You can have discussions with your own people with a black woman in the room. You could have had discussions with your friends. You could even have pictures of AMBW families, of beautiful black women of different shapes and sizes. And it would have been your weapons. But you know, you didn't do any of that. You didn't research yourself. You don't know really about our culture. You only know a little bit, but then you have this platform and you're not ready for it. And then you're doing everything wrong at that. We don't want somebody who's not going to help our struggle be better abroad. We want someone who is going to say, you know, where black people are very different, come from different walks of life, have different ways of thinking. They're not just one way. They don't just look one way or act one way. You have to really meet us and talk to us and understand that we're not being met even halfway. And I just felt that he was really disrespectful. Just the way he interacts with black women. Don't disrespect black women. I feel mad as a black man seeing that. My mother is a black woman. And I don't appreciate you disrespecting my black queens like that. Don't do that. Especially when the only thing they're trying to do is tell you why they're upset. And I saw all of the receipts. I looked at all that stuff myself. I didn't go by what nobody told me about you. Because I say subscribe to you for the longest time. And I looked into it myself and I'm like, he's so disrespectful. And then he want to come and say that you helping us, but you don't even know how to talk to a woman. You're wrong. You talking about Martin Luther King and quoting him. Martin Luther King did what he had to do knowing that it was a chance that he was going to get killed. Not caring about the consequences because he knew that it was for a greater good. You telling us not to come to Korea after that video. Don't stop us from prospering. Black people, black women, go to Korea. Because at the end of the day, being in Korea is no different than anywhere else. We are black and there's going to be people that don't like us. You want to hope that there are people that will welcome you and you will find friends that will love you for you. But don't not travel nowhere because of what him and his friends say. There are black people that are in Korea that have lived in Korea for a long time and have enjoyed themselves. I'm learning Korean, not for Korean people, but for the well-being of myself to learn. I'm learning Korean culture for myself. I am a black man. I don't care about what Korean people think about me. I care about myself and experiencing things and learning as a black man to enrich my life. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones coming back, trying to learn more from us for entertainment and trying to see how we're doing things. You know, do you go there, experience the sights, experience the food. If the people stare at you, they're going to stare at you anyway. Let them stare at you. You enjoy yourself there. You go and you learn the language, you talk to people. They don't want to talk to you because you're black. That's their loss. You go there, you stay positive, you love yourself, and you enjoy your trip and your time there. Travel to different places. Don't go off of what he said. I thought that that was so wrong, the way that he sat up there and told us not to go to Korea. We experience racism at home. Your video did absolutely nothing to help the problem. You spreaded a whole bunch of negativity. Negativity that we constantly have to deal with. Black women specifically. Because it's on all sides for them. You need to really be more gentle with your platform. Black women go through a lot. And you don't understand at all. The people who are still supporting you, who are saying that you're doing a good thing, do not understand. All the receipts and stuff, you want those receipts. There are videos out there. His apology was a mess. For him to try to sit up there and blame those girls, and even if that one girl was wrong, who you said took your money, still you could have handled that a lot better than what you did. You need to sit down and talk to someone who's really going to tell you like it is, so that you can learn about our culture and understand our struggle. Because right now you don't get it. You think you get it, but you don't get it. You need to do videos talking to Korean people, having open dialogue about how you feel about us, and trying to change some misconceptions. Educate yourself too. We need videos of you educating yourself on our culture if you're going to make a whole YouTube channel about us. There are channels on YouTube that actually talk about the Black experience in Korea and Japan and in Asia. It's called The Black Experience Japan. I will repeat that, The Black Experience Japan. You can look at that. You can learn how to be an ally the right way and to do interviews the right way and to actually know a little bit more about us and that we are very strong and that we're already in South Korea. We always facing stuff, you know. Please, just do better. Just take down that video with your friends because it's not doing nothing. Reformat your channel all the way. If you want to be an ally, you can do it. Show us that you're going to do better. That apology was BS. And nobody's buying that except for the people that are following you blindly. That's it. This boy in his 17 or 18 years of life gonna tell us that all Korean people are racist when he probably hasn't even met every single Korean person in Korea. Get out of here with that mess. He just need to educate Korean people like we asked him to do. He need to put up subtitles when he does videos in English. He need to do more videos in Korean, to be honest with you, and he needs to just be educating people. He should have educated his friends. I don't care about what they were fighting about and how they tried to push you or anything like that. Your job is to educate. You think that if all the people in the civil rights movement just sat down and said, oh well, we're gonna get hosed and march with dogs, so we're not gonna march, we wouldn't have gone nowhere. I mean, all the black people that went into white-owned places and sat there to stand up for something. If they just said, oh, we're not going to do that because we're afraid of confrontation, black people would have never gotten anywhere. The world would have never gotten anywhere as far as diversity. So, you know, this is something to think about. If you want to be an ally, do it the right way. Help us out. You have to put in the work. So this is a lot to think about. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. I have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is below. My music videos up here. Be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will be back. Always telling the truth.